Good morning, everybody. Chris Racana, Director of Success with Dr. Beasley's back again in the Dr. Beasley's clean room. Super pumped early on a Tuesday morning because we got some new stuff coming down the pipeline, guys. Many of you guys have told me that you wished NSPs came in larger sizes. The 8-ounce tube is great, but geez, you wish you had more. Well, here it is, folks. Here is your 32-ounce bag of NSP. This is 4 tubes of NSP in one bag. This is also going to create even more efficiency because, after all, that's the name of the game. You don't want waste. You don't want to waste time, product, or money. Why does this bag create efficiency? Well, you're not going to have any more waste for 2 reasons. Number 1, you're going to be able to squeeze every last milliliter out of this thing. Number 2, product goes out. Nothing comes back in. So that's no air coming back in. That's going to cause this to cure and harden and then waste product. Don't want to do that. So the answer is the NSP bag. This is our prototype NSP bag. So you're going to be seeing these introduced shortly. The other little thing I'm going to give you a quick preview on today is a new pad. Another thing I've heard from you guys is that you wish maybe, you could get better degree of correction on a really hammered paint out of 150. And up to this point, we've had Lake Country develop both our HDO Orange, which is your polishing pad, and then our HDO Blue. You can call it a heavy polishing pad, you can call it a light cutting pad, but those were the 2 pads we've developed thus far with Lake Country. So we've come to realize there's a need for a third, more aggressive pad. So once again, we go back to Lake Country because they're based in the U.S., U.S. made, and generally we like partnering with them because they're great people. And by the way, supply really cool hats too. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Scott. I love my hat. Anyway, we are now going to be introducing a micro wool pad. So this is going to be a heavy cutting pad. You're pretty much going to be using this pretty much with 150 on a really hammered paint. And the idea here is this is going to get you that correction that you guys have been asking for. But, obviously when we're going this aggressive on the pad, we're going to expect to have to come back and refine it with a second step. So this will definitely be part of a 2-step correction. I don't really see it where you're going to be able to take 150 in this micro wool and finish out like a 1-step. So the 1-steps, you're going to want to stick to the foam. But for a 2-step, especially on hammered paint, this new micro wool pad might be the one for you. We're going to have this available in 5.5 inch and 6.5 inch. And I think there's going to be a 3-inch too for the Pixie, if I'm not mistaken. So let's bring you guys down here and have a look at what I've done here. So we got our test hood here. You see it even in the regular. You can kind of see those scratches I put in going side to side. See, oh yeah. Yeah, you can see them pretty well now. There they are. Pretty heavy duty. Okay, so got my NSP 150 in the bag. Woo! Got my micro wool pad. Woo! Put a dollop on there. Again, you'll notice product out, nothing back in. The next dollop is sitting right out there in that cap waiting for it. So let's spread out the products. Fire up. Lock it in, crank up the speed. So just so you guys know here, I'm using a Flex X FE 7-15. So this is a random orbital. This is what they call the finisher. Now Christian, our foreman here at Simon's Detail, loves this machine. And so let's give it a rip. It's not a gear-driven machine, so it's not typically what you go to for a heavy correction like this, but Christian is absolutely in love with this thing, and, honestly, I put a great deal of pressure on it. I'm 5+ pounds of downward pressure on this thing, and it is not stalling. So I will say that is a pretty impressive performance by this Flex machine, known as the finisher. It's a machine that a lot of times is attractive to enthusiasts as well, just because it has that kind of built-in safety because it's a random orbital, as opposed to a gear-driven. But then again, the gear-driven is really nice, especially when you get some experience, because you can really put pressure and move through your paint collection a bit more expeditiously. So I'm getting to the point where the NSP is pretty much knocked off the surface. I'm not seeing much of it left, so after this last pass, I'm going to pull up, and then we're going to inspect the results. No, it did a nice job. I mean, there's some deeper marring in there, but what I was really trying to get were those horizontal lines, those horizontal scratches that I induced with that quad-aught steel wool. And, you know, those horizontal scratches are gone. You can see up here all sorts of haze and all sorts of other things, but as I come down, it cleans up pretty nice. So, yes, I mean, am I going to have to come back with, you know, probably 45 and an orange pad? Probably. But again, that was the whole idea of combining 150 with this micro wool pad, was that we were going to get the correction that we needed quickly. You know, minimal amount of passes, minimal amount of effort. So I would term this an overall success with the NSP 150 and our new micro wool pad. So again, keep an eye out. We should be releasing both the new NSP bag. Should be coming shortly. It's that's our prototype there, and we're going to have those out and available here hopefully within weeks. And then you can also keep an eye out for our new pad that we developed with Lake Country, our micro wool pad. That is probably going to have a little bit longer lead time. We're probably looking at rolling that out somewhere between weeks and a couple months, somewhere in that range. So in the near term, keep an eye out for those NSP bags. In the little bit longer term, keep an eye out for our new micro wool pad. So again, I appreciate you all coming in and checking in with me, and very excited to bring you this news from Dr. Beasley's, because as we like to say, you know, hey, we are listening, we're hearing you guys, and we're going to deliver for you guys. So with that, I will close it with, help me, people. Help me educate America on proper driving. Okay, so if you're on the expressway and you are in the left lane and you're not passing anyone, it's time to move over to the right. So again, let's review. Left lane for passing, middle lane for cruising, right lane for entering or exiting the expressway. Or if you're in a two lane, left lane for passing, right lane is for cruising, entering, and exiting. All right, folks. Again, I appreciate all you again. Thank you so much. You have a great day.